Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 episode of NXT. Obviously, a lot has happened. A lot is going to be different from the last NXT episode because we are in August now. And we are building to Heatwave, not No Mercy. Heatwave. Yeah, we're going to open the show with Obafemi, who says, he's the ruler of NXT and nobody's able to stop his reign, but he's interrupted by Javon Evans, who comes in saying, he's been proving himself here in NXT. He feels like he deserves a shot at NXT Heatwave. And Oba, he says he's impressed by Javon. He's been having great matches. The people love him. But he's suddenly interrupted as a masked man enters the ring and shoves Oba into Javon Evans. And they both crash into the corner of the ring. This masked man rushes the corner, hits both men at once, and then takes off his, let's pretend it's a ski mask, revealing Eddie Thorpe is back in NXT. Yes, I have decided to bring back Eddie Thorpe. He's a good worker, I believe. So, obviously, some people might not think so. His Alpha Wolf gimmick has gotten an initial rating of poor. And that's not a great start for his return. But anyways, yeah, Eddie Thorpe interrupting. Who will we have? Oba versus Javon at Heatwave? Will Eddie Thorpe get himself in the mix somehow? Obviously, I was doing Javon versus Eddie Thorpe a couple months ago in the last episode of NXT, and I guess I'm running it back, or like doing it right in a modern era with a re-signed Eddie Thorpe, who's back with a vengeance. Yeah, hot to start the show. Good start to the show, awesome. Next up, Ava and Shawn Michaels. They come out to the ring. They have a special announcement for the NXT audience, and they reveal that the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships are being unretired, and that tonight, in the main event of NXT, Fatal Influence, whichever two of the three of them want to team up, will face off against Zaria and Ruca to crown the new champions for a 48, which for Shawn Michaels being in here is not as good as I thought it would be. But I guess Ava is just not super popular. But yeah, the crowd is white hot, which is always good. Our first match of the night, we've got Mike Santana and Joe Hendry of TNA, who are sick of Trick Williams acting like he's a representative of TNA. So we have a tag match with both of them facing Trick Williams and Ridge Holland. And it's a pretty even match until Trick Williams sends Mike Santana right into the referee, knocking the ref down, which allows Trick Williams to hit Santana with a low blow, sending him reeling to the mat. The ref rolls over, sees Trick covering Mike Santana, starts to count 1, 2, 3. Trick Williams and Ridge Holland win. Obviously, in game it says illegally using the ropes for leverage. 56 for Hendry, 54 for Mike Santana, which is actually really good. I'm very happy with that. 58 for Trick Williams and a 44 for Ridge Holland, getting this a 50. Awesome. 53 for the wrestling, 45 for the crowd. Let's see. Yeah, very low experience. Negative. Yes, I did. Keep Joe Hendry strong. Just because he has some good pop, and I don't want losing to Ridge Holland to affect that at all. But yeah, 50, I'll definitely take that for our first match of the night. Next up, we have a promo by Ethan Page. He comes out to the ring and says that, since he's the North American champion, he's proved that Canada is the greatest country in North America. Obviously, some Americans might disagree with that, so Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele come out. They obviously disagree with Ethan. They come in to confront him, but Ethan Page runs away before they can get a word in. For a 56. 57 for the Ethan promo, 42 for Tyra and Tavion interrupting. They are both underwhelming and not good at improvising, clearly, which is something to remember for next time. They both improvise very badly and very poor. Okay. Something to remember for next time. Next up, I just have a match for Wesley to, steal the show. And we have him in a match against Ashanti, the Adonis, which definitely does steal the show. We get a 59 for this match, a 50 for the wrestling, 36 for the crowd, 61 for Wesley Ashanti, the Adonis, with a 39. We are going to be changing his gimmick. From which is poor, and we'll make him a ladies' man. And that gets a great, which I'm very, very happy with. He'll be better on the mic. And yeah, we'll see how he can do with this new gimmick into the future. Definitely does steal the show. A 59 is a lot better than I thought this was going to be. A bonus for going all out. Definitely great. William Regal does a great job. Inexperienced and stamina and a poor gimmick hurt Adonis. But otherwise, a 59, I'm very, very, very happy with that. Obviously, I didn't have a finish in mind for this match. I just wanted to showcase Wesley, get him on the card tonight, and have a great match. So we head backstage to Ava, who is telling Lola Vice that NXT has a new signing that they want to debut against Lola Vice. And Lola asks Ava who it is, but Ava says that match is next, so just go out to the ring and find out. For a 44, the crowd is still very hot. And Lola Vice does head out to the ring to find out who her opponent is. And I'm doing a drum roll in my head. I'm not going to actually do a drum roll because I don't want to mess up my microphone. But it's a debuting Ramu Hakuya, otherwise known as Ram Kaicho, from the Japanese promotion Ice Ribbon, who's also occasionally appeared in Stardom a few times. But yeah, the debuting Ramu Hakuya defeats Lola Vice in 9 minutes by pinfall, illegally using the ropes for leverage. I made this a storytelling match. Lola Vice with a 33 and Hakuya with a 40. And adequate gimmick. But I'm actually very happy with that 40 for her. Large boost to star quality during matches and angles, but a penalty to charisma, which isn't. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, Tiny Tyrant is her gimmick. A 36 for this match, which is not good. I did want to keep Lola Vice strong, as she does have much more pop. But, yeah, that definitely hurts. Yeah, penalized due to the negative impact of the road agent notes being used. Oh well, we gotta build up people somehow, and a 36 isn't the end of the world. It could be a 13 or something. After that, we go to a backstage interview where Kelly Kincaid is talking to Edris Inoue and Malik Blade, and Malik Blade is calling his shot. Oof. He calls his shot against Dark State, and yeah, Malik Blade is a fan favorite, which is adequate, and we're going to debut Shot Caller as his new gimmick, which is very good. Awesome. Very, very happy with that. And Idris Inoue, we needed to make him a face because Malik Blade is a face, and I thought I would be able to do this in this segment, which is why I did it. Obviously, that was not successful, and a 36 hurts our rating even more. Anyways, yeah, Kelly Kincaid gets on the show, and Dark State has a match next against Edris Inoue and Malik Blade. And Malik Blade gets the upper hand over Dion Lennox. Edris and Malik are doing very well. Suddenly, Malik tags in Idris Inoue, and Shakan Sugars, the leader of Dark State, jumps up on the ring apron, and he starts yelling at the ref, distracting the ref, so that a Cutler James is able to slide into the ring and hit Inoue with a chair. And then he slides out and hides under the ring apron before the ref can turn back around. Dion Lennox goes for the cover, and as the ref gets down the count, Saquon Sugar holds Malik Blade's leg, stopping him from breaking up the pin, as Dark State gets the victory for a 25. Oh my god. 27 for the wrestling, 18 for the crowd. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's forget that these two segments ever happened. This was just a way for me to turn Idris Enofe face and get Dark State some pop. Clearly that did not work. 17 for Osiris Griffin and a 21 for Dion Lennox. 34 for Idris and Malik. I don't know how I feel about putting the tag belts on Dark State like they did in real life. I also did keep both of them strong, which also hurts. Alright. This match did not happen, everybody. This should have been on Evolve or something, but none of these are Evolve wrestlers. Anyways. We go to a Ricky Saints promo. He comes out, cuts a promo talking about how he has his eyes set on that NXT Championship. But he's okay waiting for Oba to finish up with Eddie Thorpe and Javon Evans. Wesley interrupts him, saying that he just won a match tonight. He feels like he deserves a shot more than someone like Ricky Saints, who thinks he can just come into NXT and get everything handed to him. Suddenly the lights go out, and they come back on to a re-debuting, another debut tonight. Cameron Grimes is in the ring. He's back in NXT. He says, fellas, let's spice it up a little bit. How about Ricky and I face someone next week, and the winners of those two matches will compete in a triple threat for the #1 contendership, along with Wesley at Heatwave. And all three of the men agree for a 60. Very, very, very happy with this. Cameron Grimes' Carolina Caveman gimmick is very good, which I'm very, very, very happy with. And yeah, as that angle got the crowd hotter, we head into our next match of the night, which is going to be Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe. Obviously, these two hate each other after Blake Monroe screwed Jordan Grace at Evolution. And it's just a normal match. Obviously, like, they're really going at each other until Blake Monroe gets thrown out of the ring. And while she's out there, she reaches under the ring and grabs a kendo stick. And gets back in the ring and just starts wailing on Jordan Grace with the kendo stick. And the ref calls for the bell, as Jordan's going to win by disqualification. But Blake Monroe keeps beating Jordan Grace with this kendo stick until the road agents are able to come out and separate them. As this gets a 57. Very, very, very happy with that. A 56 for Jordan Grace, 46 for Blake Monroe. 51 for the wrestling, 49 for the crowd, 57 for the match. Awesome. Very, very, very happy with this. The crowd is still very hot. And Jordan gets the win by DQ. And next, we head backstage to Jada Parker, who tells Sol Ruca that she's coming for that North American Women's title, whether Sol Ruca is a double champ and gets her tag titles or not. We're at 54. And the crowd's still hot. They like that segment, thankfully. As we head into our main event, the women's tag team title match between Zaruka and Fatal Influence. And JC Jane and Fallon Henry agree that Jasmine hasn't won a championship yet. She needs more experience. So they're going to team up for this match. And Fallon Henley surprisingly gets the upper hand against Zaruka during this match. She's beaten her for a little bit, getting some moves off, while JC and Jasmine taunt Zaria from ringside. And Fallon tags in JC, and they both try to go for a double suplex on Sol Ruca, but she's able to flip out of it mid-air, bounce off the ropes, and hit both women with a clothesline. And Sol Ruca tags in Zaria, who throws Fallon Henley out of the ring, and then turns around to hit a nice spinning kick to JC Jane, who is still on her feet. So Zaria hits her with a spear, picks her up, and hits her with the F6. And Zaria goes for the cover for 1, 2, 3. Sol Ruca and Zaria are your new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. And, confetti's coming down from the ceiling as the show goes off the air. And, a 49 for this match, which I'm very, very, very happy with. 43 for the wrestling, 35 for the crowd. 43 for Zaria, 54 for Sol Ruca, 36 for Fallon Henley, 39 for JC Jane. Sol Ruca benefits from having a hot new move, which is awesome. And yeah, just some inconsistencies, which is fine. A 49 for this match is not bad at all. I could have expected worse with Fatal Influence, and that's definitely a reason why Jasmine Nix is not in this match. But Zaria and Ruca seem to be getting good scores. And Zaria pins JC Jane, so will she be going after the NXT title in the future? Could be something to keep an eye on. In terms of in-ring work, Ruca was head and shoulders above everyone else, of course. She's awesome. And this gets us a 49 total, which I can be somewhat happy with. Obviously, the match that got a 25 and then the 36 don't help. So we do lose pop in 11 regions, but we increase it in 10. And before the show, we had pre-show equipment problems as one of the random events that happens in TEW. So that affected our show negatively as well. But a 49 is not anything to be, super discouraged with. I will definitely improve maybe the morale of some of our people here, some of our roster. And there won't be any equipment problems next week. Cross my fingers. And we'll keep building up to Heatwave. But the next episode won't be more NXT. It'll be WWE Smackdown. So I'll see you guys for that. Leave a comment with any feedback you guys got. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the TEW content. And I will see you guys for Smackdown. Goodbye.